Somebody with long hair will just come and say it is cow manure that I used to grow my hair, and guess what? You are already traveling to Obudu cattle ranch so that you can scoop up cow shit. Why? If you need to block some people on that TikTok, please block them. Every single tip you see on the internet, you're going to follow it. One person say onion oil, you're already buying onions. One person say avocado oil, you're already buying avocado oil. Stop it. In the old 2026, you washed your hair 6 times. Can you imagine what is going on your scalp in between those wash days? I'm telling you now, you will stress yourself out. You're going to have to tone it down a little bit. You're wasting time, and then you're not even seeing any progress at all. Hi babes and boys, welcome to the very first episode of Natural Hair is Easy. It's a show and tell series where I teach you how to take care of your natural hair without too much stress, without too much pressure, and without doing the most. Because honey, it is not as hard as people make it seem. I'm your host, your Afro sister, Olamide Caleb, and we are officially in 2026! Okay, I know it's been 2026 for a while. Okay, January was like 3 months long. I understand that, but I just resumed, so just humor me, okay? Now, I know one of your goals this year is to see your hair thrive without all the stressful shenanigans that you see people doing on the internet. And I know this because, hello, you're here. You clicked on this video. I know you want to know. You want to know the easy way out. Well, let me tell you, there are 4 things you're probably doing right now that are just stressing you. And the worst part is they're probably also sabotaging your progress. So it's just a lose-lose situation. You're wasting time and then you're not even seeing any progress at all. And to be honest, when your hair care is stressful, you're less likely to do it as often as you need to see the right results. So without further ado, let's get into these 4 habits that you should absolutely abandon if you are trying to have 1, a stress-free routine, and 2, actual healthy hair this year. Okay, so the first habit, and you know what, just come over here a little bit. Just come over here. Let me talk to you. The first habit, you need to stop doing follow this year. Every single tip you see on the internet, you're going to follow it. One person say onion oil, you're already buying onions. One person say avocado oil, you're already buying avocado oil. Another person say egg and mayonnaise, you've already gone to break egg and mayonnaise inside your freezer. Stop it. Yeah, go back to your seat. Thank you very much. See, when you are running from pillar to post like that, you not only confuse yourself, you not confuse your head on top, because your head is like, okay, what new treatment is she trying today? What new thing do we have to fight against today? Because every single time you're just putting random things in your head, not even really caring whether your hair actually likes it or not, or whether it is harmful to you or not. You just see it on the internet. Somebody with long hair will just come and say it is cow manure that I used to grow my hair, and guess what? You are already traveling to Obudu cattle ranch so that you can scoop up cow shit. Why? And the thing is, stressing yourself like that is not even helping you, because let me tell you something, stress used to cause hair loss. So yes, you're stressing yourself running from pillar to post, and then you're realizing that you're losing hair in chunks. You're doing it to yourself. I'm sorry. I hate to have to be the one to tell you this, but please, stressing yourself out on top growing long hair is having the opposite effect. So baby girl, this year, if you need to block some people on that TikTok, please block them. We're not running from pillar to post this year. Pick one lane. Even if you want to experiment a new product or a new routine or whatever, at least try to stick with it for like 3 months, so that you know whether it's good or not, whether your hair like it or not. Because if every single week you're trying something new, or every single day, or every 2 weeks, every so often you're trying something new, it's not going to have the best effect on your hair, whether it's your hair length, your hair health. You just realize that your hair is just breaking, and then because you've tried like 20 different things in the last month, you can't even pinpoint exactly what is wrong. It can be just one ingredient that your hair is reacting to, and then you can't figure it out because you've done so much. Please, this year, pick one lane and follow it in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, Lord. The second habit I think you should drop is being a product junkie. Now, let me tell you the truth. If you are not an influencer that brands are consistently sending you products, or maybe you have like a serious styling obsession, so you have like maybe many different types of gels. I'm not really sure why. Like, I know some people that are like that. The reason they have so many haircare products is because most of the products they have in their shelf are styling products. Now, if you are not a styler or an influencer, I do not see why you have more than 8 products in your wardrobe. More than 8 haircare products. 8 is even very, very high. But if you pass 8, then it's already a problem. Because no, just think about it. If you have shampoo, deep conditioner, leave-in conditioner, scalp oil, scalp serum, gel, edge control. Those are these protein treatments. I can't think of anything else. And that's 8 products already. So if you pass 8, and this 8 is including gel separate, edge control separate. So what are you doing with more than 8 products exactly? Now see, some people will be having some kind of arguments. I can already hear your brain already going ding ding ding. If you know any other essential products that you think me have missed out, you can go ahead and list them in the comments, because me right now, as I am like this, I seriously thought about this. I couldn't count more than 8 products that somebody would really need. Like, what else are you doing outside of those 8 products? I can't, I really can't, And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't have a shelf full of products. I do, because brands send me products. But the thing is, the reason I have so many is because different brands have sent me their products. I have like 6 shampoos, but everything is still shampoo. When I want to wash my hair, guess what? I'll pick one shampoo to use on that wash day. One. So it doesn't matter whether I have 6 or 10 or 12. One shampoo is what I actually need. So if you have more than 8 products in your shelf as hair care products, then you are already stressing yourself out, because every wash day you're not trying to think of which products you want to use today, which combination you are going to combine today. That alone, that mental gymnastics alone is already going to stress you out. It's already going to take a while. So it's already going to lengthen your wash day. Before you even step into the shower, you are already tired because you have already done all this mental gymnastics. You are really stressing yourself out if you have more than 8 products. That's my own share. But hey, I'm just a girl on the internet, okay? I can't tell you what to do. If you want 20 products and you have the shmula, you're rolling in dollar, go ahead and buy. I mean, I can't hold you, but I'm telling you now, you will stress yourself out. If you don't like stress, my dear, don't stress yourself out. Get yourself, honestly, shampoo, deep conditioner, leave-in conditioner, and maybe one scalp oil or scalp serum. You don't even need to have the 2. That's 4 products. Oh. Even that deep conditioner gone safe. I have some things to say about that, but we'll discuss that in a later video. I have some thoughts about that deep conditioner. Then maybe if you want to do protein balance moisture, you can add protein treatment. So that's 5. Then gel and edge control, that's 7. Although honestly, I don't even remember the last time I put gel in my hair, other than that one time that I wanted to attempt a wash and go. Honestly, not my favorite hairstyle, so I can really do without gel or even edge control. See my edges with my braids. Do you see edge control there? Connected stridge. If you don't want to stress yourself out, I don't think you need more than 5, 6 products. But I mean, do you? Me, I'm just here to tell you that if you want to reduce stress, so if you really want a stressless routine, you're gonna have to tone it down a little bit. The third habit that I think I need you to drop is having marathon wash days. And this feeds off the last point, which is don't be a product junkie. Because if you have fewer products, then your wash day is not going to be as long. Okay, it's like simple logic, it's directly proportional. If you have 8 products you have to use on wash day, then the time it takes to use each product is going to compound, and eventually you find yourself doing your wash day for 5 hours. When if you are only using 4 products, let's say you just want to shampoo, deep condition, moisturize, and oil your scalp, and then you're out of there. Honestly, that shouldn't pass 1 hour if we are being very honest and very fair. So if you are using too many products, then your wash day becomes longer. And when your wash day is longer, it just becomes this stressful chore that you have to do. It's no longer an enjoyable experience. And honestly, that's not how wash day is supposed to feel. Right? And when you are stressed out about wash day like that, then you don't want to wash your hair so often. If your wash day is taking you 5 hours, 6 hours, then you are not going to be motivated to wash your hair every week or every 2 weeks. You wash your hair once a month, which is not ideal, right? So if you want to have a less stressful hair care routine and also see healthy hair, then you should strive to have shorter wash days, so that if your wash day is, let's say, 40 minutes now, right? Taking 40 minutes out every week to take care of your hair, it's not too much. It's not a lot. It's not too much to ask for. Or even if it is 40 minutes every 2 weeks, it's not too much to ask for. So that way, one, it's not so stressful because it's just 40 minutes. And two, you're washing your hair either every week or every 2 weeks, which is helping with hair health. And then when your hair is healthy, guess what? It tends to retain length and then look longer. All of these points melt into each other. So if you are not following pillar to post, buying every product that they ask you to buy, doing everything that they ask you to do. You have your routine, and then you buy the products that that routine requires, which is somewhere between 3 to 6 products. Then your wash day becomes shorter, and then hair care becomes a lot easier, which is the whole point of this series. It's literally called Natural Hair is Easy. Hello. So yeah, keep your wash days at 1 hour max, because babes, we have lives to live out here. We don't live for our hair. Hair is just one aspect of our lives. If you're spending 5 hours doing your hair in a single day, please, which time are you going to use to pray to your Jehovah God? Which time are you going to use to step out, have fun, enjoy yourself? Because later now, it's the same you people now that will come and say that, oh, your hair is a prison, is a shackle, it's holding you down. You cannot live your life because you're spending 5 hours in the wash day. When really you are just actually stressing yourself, because your wash day really doesn't have to be 5 hours. So yeah, please, let's drop long wash days this year. Thank you very much. The fourth habit that I think you need to drop is having too much time between wash days. Again, this feeds into the last point, and I think I already explained it in passing when I was explaining the last point. If your wash day is stressful, you are not going to be motivated to wash your hair as often as you need to. If your wash day is taking you 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, your wash day is 10 steps long, then you're only going to be washing your hair like once every 4 weeks or once every 6 weeks, maybe once in 2 months. You realize that washing your hair once in 2 months means that in the whole year, in the whole 2026, you washed your hair 6 times. Can you imagine what is going on your scalp in between those wash days? Yeah, it's not good. So let me tell you, when you don't wash your hair often enough, you now land yourself in hot water. You either develop maybe a scalp infection, maybe you develop dandruff, or you develop what's it called, the dry scalp. Something's gonna go wrong, and then you're not going to have to start stressing yourself with the treatment of that issue and just putting yourself into kasala that you really don't need to be putting yourself into, right? That's part of the things that stress people out when it comes to hair. A lot of people are out here battling hair issues, that they put themselves in. I don't want to overgeneralize, because I know there are some hair issues that are inevitable to some specific individuals, but some of these hair issues, honestly, is you that dig the pit for yourself. So if there is too much time between your wash days, I think there's something there that you need to evaluate. Maybe your wash days are too long. Maybe there is a product in your wash day that kind of makes your scalp react a certain way that you don't like. So you try to, limit how much you use that product. There's just something that is there that you need to evaluate, because it's not normal to only wash your hair once in 2 months or once in 6 weeks, to be fair. So if there's too much time between your wash days, then you kind of dig yourself into a pit of, you leave yourself open to different kind of hair issues, scalp issues, which you don't really want, right? There's going to be products build up in your hair, and before you know it, your hair starts feeling very stiff and heavy, and then it now starts feeling like it's a lot of work to manage your hair or to style your hair or whatever. It's not your hair being difficult, it's just it's reacting to the fact that you haven't washed it in a while. So you see how all of these points kind of blend into each other. Again, if you are not doing follow, doing everything that you see on the internet, you have your one routine that you follow, and then you've bought products to be able to follow that one specific routine, it shortens your wash day. And because your wash day is shorter and less of a tedious chore, you can now wash your hair more often. You can wash your hair every 2 weeks, every week, maybe every 3 weeks at most, right? It's not a stressful thing to take care of your hair anymore. And at the end of the day, you will see healthier hair, healthier scalp, and you just realize that this natural hair thing, it's not as stressful as everybody is claiming it to be. I'm so glad I came out of the shackles of, doing too much. And that, babes and boys, is how we keep things simple, sweet, and stress-free around here. Now, if you learned something here and it made your day a little easier, make sure you give your girl a thumbs up and you drop a comment. It could be a question, it could be an episode suggestion, it could be your thoughts on today's topic, or you could just say hi. I'm down the chat. Also, if your natural hair is not the only aspect of your life that you're trying to balance, you will absolutely love my other series that drops every Saturday. It's called The Balancing Act. It's where we talk about navigating the madness of life without losing our minds. No, really, you're gonna love it. Alrighty, that's a wrap for this episode. Don't forget to like the video and drop a comment, and make sure you share this link with someone who you think is struggling with their natural hair journey. Just to help them out. I'll see you next week, Wednesday, with another video. Bye.